Artist, brother, thank you very much for joining us. First of all, how does it feel to have the Irish flag and an RMR? First time it's ever happened. I mean, that in itself is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people have called me the king. It's hard to stay humble.
I love the confidence. Right, talk me through coming into your next game, right? You had a super close opening game, go double OT. I mean, that in itself was a little bit heartbreaking. What's the mental reset now going in towards your second game of the day?
I've been saying it since the game. You know, although we lost, it feels like a win. We've played phenomenal, I honestly think so. Like, I mean, we've shown everyone that we can compete here and we aren't someone that you can throw us to the side. So, you know, the feelings have actually been quite high. You know, we're excited. You know, we're now against Bad News Eagles, a team that's going to be roaring and shouting and screaming, and we're going to be roaring and shouting and screaming as hard as they can. So, you know, it's going to be a fun, exciting game. I'm looking forward to getting on their way.
Love to see it. And talk me through, I just want to go back towards your earlier game. Giraffe, ace clutch. I mean, what was the feelings in the camp then when he does that?
I don't know. Like, we were watching him and we were just like, what is going on? And like Marco MMS was describing like following him, trying to trade him, but he couldn't because Giraffe was just shooting so much faster than everyone else on the server. You know, and I think that round did a lot for us mentally as well. We were struggling to kind of get our foot in the ground, and kind of getting that first round. Maybe the pressure was on us. You know, as soon as Cam got the ace and Giraffe just knifed Crimson one round as well, you know, we were just screaming. We were getting way more into it, and I think like for us as underdogs, once like the hype's there, once we build a bit of momentum, it can take us a long way.
Final question, what would it mean to you boys to actually make it to Paris, make it to a major? I mean, of course, already to be here in RMR, you've broke history, but what would it mean to go one step further and make it towards a major?
I think it'd be a huge step for UK. Do you mean, yeah, they are the first team of just full UK Irish core. Like, it'd be history, you know, it means so much, as it does for every other team. But for us, you know, we've got all the UK boys behind us and the casters, so it'll be happy days.
Well, man, thank you very much for joining us. Best of luck in your next game.
Cheers, thank you very much.
He's trying to get behind enemy lines to see who he can find. Once they execute onto the site, they're already out. Gizmy's found one, MMS finds another. Trade here from Rigon and Synopsy. Oh, they're looking at the ground a little bit, trying to pick up some of these weapons. It's 2 guns, but only good for 1 kill. And now on the lurk from Artist, all the way through Monster, P2000 in hand. I don't think they're going to be expecting this one. Synopsy's not holding, waits for the long angle, spots 1, spots 2. Artist, he leads from the front. He stabs him in the back.
It's a great start for UK and Irish Counter-Strike. In fact, one flat throw, Synopsy, both low on HP. The space starting to be created over towards the A site as Bad News Eagles, they're grouping, they're lurking towards A.
There's util available as well from this T side, and GXX, he doesn't need anything, goes in completely dry, finds that one-tap onto Gizmy. Rigon now reveals the AK, taking down Artist, but from the sidelines, the MP9 from Extinct, picking up 1, but simply not good enough. 2 very low HP players, Rigon of course being tagged up down to 40 HP. This MP9, this FAMAS. I mean, there is a world in which they still win this round. There's only 1 kit going to be available, that on Giraffe. Not too sure if anyone else was dropped. I don't think it was. So they need to execute onto this site pretty damn quickly. Smoke going to go down from the T side. MMS eats it. Smoke going to go down once again. Synopsy with a lovely little 1D to be able to take down Giraffe. There goes 1. 2 more to find. It needs to be a headshot onto Rigon and a single tap onto Flatro, but they aren't even going to swing him. Yeah, he taps it once, he goes for the kill, and he's not going to be able to find it. A fantastic round for them to be able to find, but still costly, considering they lose 3. Somebody else, though. I mean, he is the person you want it on, but 29 HP is not what you want in one of these fights, especially when it's the only rifle that's on your side. We are seeing a weird kind of setup here from Viperio. They're doing this reload. Lovely little 1D there from Gizmy. Extinct on the back line is going to be able to find GXX in the process, but it is going to be the MAC-10 who trades it back. Synopsy now pushing up, gets 2. Looking for that 3rd as well, which is, of course, going to be that AK recovered by Giraffe earlier. An Artist once again going for the backstab, but we see Senary kind of setting up for this. Chucking that glance over towards Monster just in case someone is there. Artist does get taken down, and Synopsy, easy little kill there onto MMS inside of Heaven.
Yeah, really start to kind of, I guess, bring it to Viperio. Don't allow them to have any sort of success, any sort of kind of familiarity with this game. Exactly what we want to see. Who's coming through? And over as well. Gizmy will find the first. Rigon to fall. Not expecting the little gimmick, but it does work. Looking for a second. Will be traded out. 1 flat throw. Answering back to bring the numbers back level. And on a buy.
Come on, Extinct.
Just like this for Viperio. It does make things all the more uncomfortable.
This is unfortunate. Yeah, the Zeus trained and ready, but it is going to be a trade. GXX going to be able to pick up Extincts, but on the other side of things, Artist flips on round, flying to 1 flat throw, and we're back down to a 3 versus 3. Artist holding on this corner, waiting for someone to swing into him, which isn't going to be the case. Let's see if they clear it. They don't. And, oh, that was a little bit messy, but Bomb is now down. 50 seconds on the clock. Senery, easiest swing tap he's ever done in his entire life. Artist up close and personal with the high rate of fire MP9. Needs to be cautious about the backlines, though, as GXX does that rewrap. Now Giraffe versus GXX. Giraffe, definitely the player you want in one of these 1vX situations. We saw it against Fnatic, that 1v5 ace. Yeah, and sideswiped there. A little bit of team damage helped him out, but in the overall scheme of things, it's another round. They don't care how they get it.
Fiddling. AK for one flat throw, Galil for Rigon, and that's
quick.
about it.
Nice quick concept play line up there from Artist. Only good for one, though, and it does indeed get traded back. They don't really have a secondary AWP, or I mean, they kind of gladly pick it up if it's instead of an MP9, but the MP9 is only good for one in the form of Senery. What, flat throw trades it back straight away, but they don't really have the firepower to be able to just continue pushing onto this B bomb site. I mean, angle here from Synopsy. The fact that that util's just been committed, yeah, that kind of opens up the Pandora's box on the round. Gizmi tries to get a little bit of damage in on Synopsy, drops him down to 46. Certainly not what he would have wanted, but it's a 1D there from Synopsy to be able to basically close out this round. I don't know if Giraffe and Extinct are even going to think about going for this one. They probably just exit at this point.
The IGL is one that's individually. Synopsy's a masterclass around. Might get another kill as well. Shot is spotted. Does kind of sort of panic this tap, but there's just no time for Viperio to work with. They're finding kills, or maybe, hang on a second. All down to GXX. The position's pretty damn good, though. But he will be dropped, and there is a kit in hand. I think they've got the round. It's going to be yet another one coming through. It's going to be pretty damn close.
Why have they had Extinct hold this?
They might just get it. It's going to be pretty damn close. He's dropped his weapon, but he'll get it. Viperio get a fourth on the board. Oh my god. Fine margins considering that a kit in play. But we take those. We absolutely take those. Viperio will tie this game up 4 rounds apiece. To be perfectly honest, even for them to get in towards that position, all down to Synopsy. Great positioning from him. Great information gathering coming through and relaying it back over towards the team to rotate towards A is exactly what we want to be seeing coming through from BNE.
Open up some fights here, chuck a little bit of util over. Here comes a double flash, and is anyone actually going to rotate over? No, it doesn't look like they are. They're fully committing here from Viperio over on this B bomb site. And here comes a push from GXX. Finds an open kill onto Instinct. MMS holding next to pillar. Not good for either of the kills, but damage is all he's going to be able to do. Gives me long range. Oh, Galil in hand. I mean, if it's one better weapon, it might have been all right. But Artist now stuck in a rock and a hard place, and it's the pistols that run him down. It's going to be one more round for BNE.
Yeah, that's a rough round to lose as well because, you know, for BNE, they've come in with what is essentially a pretty minimalistic investment. They've brought
out pretty well, but how Bad News Eagles are positioning themselves right now, they're just rushing out onto this B-bomb site, and it's close-range angles for the close-range weaponry, and it's going to be good for 2 kills until Rigon trades them straight back. Extinct and OMS get taken down. Nade is pretty healthy. A lot of damage onto Gizmi, a lot of damage onto Artist as well, but he's still going to be up close and personal. Flicks onto Rigon, looks for a little bit more now as well. AWP v AWP battle just about to happen on the edge of that smoke. He can't spot him out. I wonder if GXX has an inkling. Yeah, he does. Spots Artist through the smoke, takes him down. Gizmi now got to go swinging on this corner. Oh, but it's close for Senery. He almost picked up the second as well, but spray control just simply not good enough at that range for himself. Similar sort of vibe as well. Yeah, they haven't cleared this at all. MMS and Extinct are going to be holding quite close over towards Monster. MMS looking for another kill opener, but he's not going to be able to find it. It's a lot of damage, but then the M4 falls to the wayside as well. GXX and Juan Flatro pick up kills. Giraffe now finally wrapping in to be able to deal some more damage. I mean, this is a very winnable round. Bomb is now going to get planted. Viperio need to go for the swing here. Gap inside of the smoke, so could utilize that. But, well, you know, when you're running without any form of util, Artist, it's not going to work out too great for you. 1 versus 1, AK versus M4, long range, Giraffe versus GXX, and it is going to be GXX comes out on top. He celebrates the situation, realise it got a little bit squeaky towards the end of that round.
But room to work with 2. He has been spotted. A pop shot will come through and be caught by the flash.
He's lucky not to get taken down there. The timing just working out in his favour as he faded away. MMS looked to just the wrong spot at the wrong time. Triple flash onto Rigon. He's still good for 2 kills. He's going to be able to get the third. No, he's not. Long range there from Gizmi. Does find that 1D to Rigon. Now in a 3 versus 2. Realistically, Viperio shouldn't even...
It'd be consolation kills, but considering this was a minimal investment for Bad News Eagles, or for Viperio, may I say, against Bad News Eagles, we could see something. Giraffe needed to hit that shot. Can't quite do it. Artist with an AK in hand. He honestly might just save it. I don't think it's all too bad of a call here. Saving the AK could be something. If he's spotted now as well, just get out of
going
dodge.
for that tap. I really respect it. It's like, okay, just do it.
I don't mind it at all, right?
This AK is like so needed. If he doesn't, then I mean, what's going to happen, right? He's just going to drop over an MP9 to somebody or commit that into util. We're going to have to wait and see what the plan is for the Irish, IGL. God, that 1D onto GXH was so
sumptuous.
clean. The amount of flashes they used on Rigon and the fact that he still managed to get 2, the timing was completely wrong. They flashed him and then they allowed it to fade a bit instead of just going straight for it. I mean, guys, that is the antithesis of what you're meant to do with a flashbang. Look like they are. They're sending all of this util over towards B, but this could just be a big fake. And as we can see on our maps, yeah, they're rotating over. 35 seconds now on the clock. And with Flatro finding that kill, MMS picking up Rigon over towards that B-bomb site as well, I do think the game's up. They know what's happening. Flashes come in. Gizmi up close and personal. Gonna try and take one down one. Does indeed find it. Dwan Flatro now has to find himself a 4K. Well, it would have been an ace, but it's not going to be the case at all. It's one more round for Viperio. Can they continue this new reinvigorated momentum in the second half? We'll be back after short break. Defend this A-bomb site, and I mean, he honestly hasn't had too much information as of yet, but well, now here comes the util, and now it's like, okay guys, please get here, please, I need help. There's like 5 dudes running at me, but MMS doesn't even clear the angle, gets tapped down. There goes the bomb, dropped on the ground. We are going to see it planted on top of Optimus. Giraffe's going to be able to find that kill onto Synopsy. Now we're in the retake.
Oh, it's a nice couple of shots coming through, but one apiece. Artis will find GXX, Rigon Artis exactly back. Bomb going out, post-spawn setup of Viperio. Looking pretty damn good now, 180, head on a swivel for Gizmi, as he'll find one, make that 2. And it's all down to Senri now on a 1 versus 3. It feels done. It feels like a foregone conclusion that this round is going to go the way of Viperio.
So many angles
Unless
to
he
clear.
can pull off a masterclass, but Gizmi's had a great round, 3 kills to his name.
Yeah, sites. MMS needs to find this opening kill in towards toilets, but Synopsy, we know how crisp, we know how clean he's been with this Deagle. Is anyone going to even chance him here? I mean, they do. They swing from multiple angles, and it does just catch him off guard. Gizmi, good for that opening kill. GXX now up close and personal with the scout. I mean, it's not the weapon you'd usually choose at this range, but it's working out wonders. Giraffe now needs to find 4, can only find 1.
In both halves now, we have seen once again what BNE can do in terms of answering back on a force bite.
Take the first shot. That presents itself. Instead, he just holds his trigger, waits for them. But that is information given up, and it allows Synopsy to be able to get in this off angle.
Yeah, well, now you can see them grouping. The only thing that worries me is the lack of rotation coming through from BNE. In comes the user, they're flooding out towards the A site as well. One back over the first. He's isolating the fight with Synopsy. It's huge. It what a mow down over towards that A side. Not even for a second feeling the pressure of Viperio. That is wonderfully excellent. I think it's safe to say, I don't know, Viperio, they need to try and find a second win there. There's a big good opportunity to do so. Flash on towards that B side. They get a bit of space to work with. Damage dealt. Gizmi left down low, but instead of 1 point of HP, could be the difference. Maker swinging in Rigon. It drops the bomb.
Yeah, now the timer is ticking away because... Oh, Artist! Oh, he's let only 2 of them pass, and it wasn't clean on the first shot, and they fold away. The opportunity was there for Artist to pick up all 3 kills, but he panicked. The trigger discipline was so good on the first 2, and then the third came in, and he was like, I don't know when to pull the trigger and when not to pull the trigger. Ah, it fell away. A window of opportunity opened itself up, and Flatro was just there to ensure that it was just a flash in the pan. It's his angle, if I'm completely honest, because it seems twice his number, but he's going to push through this smoke. Oh, at least he was thinking about it. No, he is doing it. Go on, push through the smoke. Be confident in your own abilities, my boy. You got this one. Push on through. Isn't going to be able to find the opening kill. Look for Senori, but yeah, too close. The angle just wasn't ready for it. Artist now going to be swinging on through, taking down Rigon. Hasn't Gizmi's only cleared one of the angles. MMS are going to be able to get one over towards Synopsy. Is now just one Flatro. I mean, this is winnable for him, especially if he finds that kill. Now Artist, oh my God, what a round from Flatro. Being able to come out on top, hiding inside of that cubby, doesn't get cleared by Gizmi and gets punished so hard for it.
That's monstrous. That really is absolutely monstrous. And just look how deflated Viperio look off the back of that one. They have been absolutely dumpstered. But the god himself, Juan Flacho, he is such a confident king, and he shows it. That is monstrous. The isolation of fighting a 1 versus 3 is ridiculous, and Rigon is loving it. That is brilliant. That's what you want to see.
Had to take that time out just to be able to say, dude, don't worry about it. It wasn't on you. Like, you had your other angles that you needed to clear. Giraffe is going to be able to open up the round, though, with a nice kill onto one Flatro, just to be able to kind of pin it back and say, okay, that's the last round. Gizmi going to be able to find a nice opener there over towards GXX on long as well. That's, well, gives them an opportunity, but we're now back down to this 3v3 situation.
I'm down with 40 seconds to work with. What's the call?
Get kills, find kills. That's the call.
Like
that is our artist call right now is, please, for the love of God, just keep us in this game. And Gizmi's going to do exactly that. Swings out from long, finds Synopsy. Just was not prepared for the fight. Single bullet is all that's going to be needed, and I do not think Senery, even though he's confident in his own abilities. And
He's not really going for this. He's not trying to do anything. He's trying to see if he can maybe scoop up an AK on the way out, which potentially he might. He's looking around for something. Needs to be careful. Oh my God, they were in bathrooms. He's a lucky man that don't head his way.
Senery down to 1 HP, and now that that M4, sorry, being traded straight over to Rigon. This close angle being held from Senery. I mean, if they swing through, there's a high chance he's going to be able to find a kill, but the nade, once again, he takes no other damage other than HE damage, and it works out well. Gizmy going to be able to find that one into Rigon after he finds one of his own, and now we're in a 3 versus 3 situation again. It is going to be AWP versus AWP. But dear Lord, Synopsy is not allowed to do that much. Are you kidding me? He gets 3 kills with the 5-7. It closes out with the M4. They had no real right in winning that round. They did not have the full bite, and Viperio just got caught napping. BNE, they go 1-1.
Yeah, really well played from BNE. I think from the get-go, they just controlled that game. You know, credit to Viperio. They gave it a good effort, but they just could never really...